Wildcats are known for ferocious energy. They can strike fear into the heart of any opponent, but sometimes a Wildcat meets its match in another Wildcat. Welcome, everyone, to Tucson, Arizona, in the stadium where they bear down for the Arizona Wildcats. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Arizona Wildcats. Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Arizona's offense takes the field. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Brown will throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
The Wildcats really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Here's the return. He gets a block. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. So Kansas State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. To the ground to try to move the chains. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
And it's been a rough start for this defense. They've given up too many yards, a third down right there, but a good chance to bow your neck now, to make a statement. First and goal, we got to be physical, got to stop the run game, get a chance to make a stop on this first possession and force a field goal.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Kansas State. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So they only needed to cover 28 yards on the drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Brown wants to pass. Under fire. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Arizona runs out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He'll pull it down and run. Looking down the left side. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll go to the ground. Jukes his way for more. Breaks into the open. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Wildcats! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Tennessee opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, Phyllis, for both coaches.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Now the play fake. Going for it all. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Brown will throw it. He's open on the right. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Arizona going back to work with another 1st down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Arizona has the offense humming, set up with another 1st down. Immediately fires to the middle.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
They'll run play action. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generate.
He'll take a shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Bring in the heat. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the 1st quarter as we take a look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to fire. Finds a tight end. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
The give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Quarterback moving. He'll try to do. That's a fumble on the play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. Brown wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's high. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
caught in the backfield. It's high. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. They'll run the screen. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent 3rd down defense, and 4th down's coming up. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. He slides that just inside the right upright. Now the lead is down to 11.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football.
Snags it down the right side. Lots of room to run. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. They had the explosive score, and it's all for naught as that penalty will take the touchdown off the board. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds a man in the middle. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. It's a draw. Nowhere to go, and he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 in there, basically right back where they started. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Rides the back on the option, the give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Brown will throw it. Here comes the heat. Gets it to the back. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Under fire. And the ball's out, and they're after it.
it's so hard to force fumbles. And when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling. You're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender. But the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. It's complete on the right side. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they're trying to get more points on the board before the break.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe...
There he goes! At the 20. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. Punch it out of the air. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Tucson. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. Plows through the defense. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Looking for a push on 4th down. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And in these situations, you're never looked at poorly, right? You can go for these situations because it's a really long field goal, so it's not a guaranteed make, or I can be aggressive offensively, and I like the choice. Be aggressive.
He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kansas State.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there.
Time to take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Zona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
Nope.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Dennis. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Grabbed in the backfield. It's high. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. Arizona runs out the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Here's a heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Power football with the run. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Snagged on the outside, it's Banks.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches.
Oh, a lot of space. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold offense.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. 1st down and an eternity after a mountain of penalties. Going over the top. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Pressure coming. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. The 10. Touchdown, Arizona. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Really good awareness by the defense. I'm supposed to drop back. I'm supposed to see the quarterback, and when he throws it, they'll break on it, gets the tip, and then you get the pick. That's just gravy. That's just a cherry on top of the sundae. And then take it back to the house. Let's get weird. Nice play by the defense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Off the play fake on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State.
And that's exactly why you do play action. You freeze linebackers, you freeze safeties, you open up spots on the field and take big shots. The offense capitalizes and gets the big touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Brown wants to pass. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
This time on target. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Hold it.
They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Looking for space. It's space.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball?
Got it in stride inside the 20. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The play action fake. Looking to buy time. He'll throw it. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
And that's a missed opportunity. I mean, he had him open. He could have thrown that football maybe with just a little bit more touch. He had plenty of mustard on it. You could see he threw a bullet. But sometimes when those guys are wide open, you see quarterbacks they try to aim it a little bit too much, and it'll come up short.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Kansas State calls. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. Baylor took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Bears that fired on all cylinders. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Brown will throw it. He's got the back in the middle. Crosses the 45. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Arizona moving the ball quickly down the field. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. They pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long. Early, or late up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Oh, what a move.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
The run to the left. That ought to be enough to give Kansas State the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here for Dave.